Here are the most recent deaths in the national news, plus people's reactions to those deaths, as seen at Legacy.com the third week of July, 2021. Rapper Biz Markie died July 16, 2021, after a struggle with type 2 diabetes at the age of 57. He was best known for his 1989 hit single, Just a Friend. He was called the Clown Prince of Hip-Hop for his funny lyrics. He is also being remembered for movie and TV appearances like Men in Black 2 and his Biz's Beat of the Day segment on the kids' TV show Yo Gabba Gabba. One mourner said on Legacy.com, "Biz's music has always been there for me. I remember him sticking around after one show to take pictures with every single fan, cop, and crew member. He moved mountains in hip-hop, but was still an incredibly kind soul." Civil rights activist Gloria Richardson died July 15, 2021, at her home in Manhattan at the age of 99. She was known for her role as an organizer of intense protests in Cambridge, Maryland in the early 1960s. Richardson is remembered for an iconic series of photos from one of those protests in which she pushed aside a soldier's bayonet. Podcast host Matt George died July 17, 2021 in Los Angeles. He died from injuries sustained in a traffic accident at the age of 26. He co-hosted the dating and pop culture podcast She Rates Dogs. George is also being remembered as a popular Twitter personality whose funny tweets often went viral. One fan said on Legacy.com, "Gentle, hilarious, and lovely. So thankful to Matt for creating welcoming spaces for young people on the internet who are trying to figure out who they are and what makes them happy." Author William F. Nolan died July 15, 2021, of complications from an infection at the age of 93. He's best known for co-writing the classic sci-fi novel Logan's Run, which became a hit 1976 movie. Nolan is remembered for a huge body of work that included the screenplay for the cult classic TV movie Trilogy of Terror. Musician Robbie Steinhardt died July 17, 2021, of complications of acute pancreatitis at the age of 71. He was the violinist and co-lead singer for the classic rock band Kansas. He is being remembered for his important contributions to enduring hit songs like Carry On Wayward Son and Dust in the Wind. One mourner on Legacy.com said, "Robbie Steinhardt showed us that a violin adds that extra to rock music. It set Kansas the band apart from the rest." Former U.S. Representative Jerry Lewis died July 15, 2021, at his home in Redlands, California, at the age of 86. He was a Republican who represented California in the House for 17 terms. He is being remembered for chairing the House Appropriations Committee, and he was once the third highest-ranking Republican in the House. Drummer Jerry Granelli died July 20, 2021, at his home in Halifax, Nova Scotia. He died after a period of declining health at the age of 80. He was best known for playing drums with the Vince Guaraldi Trio as they recorded the music for the classic TV special A Charlie Brown Christmas. He is being remembered as a great jazz performer and teacher. Keyboardist Gary Corbett died July 14, 2021, of lung cancer. He played keyboards on several tours with Kiss, and he was a member of Cinderella's touring band for years. Corbett is also being remembered for co-writing Cyndi Lauper's hit song She Bop. Every week in the United States, flags are lowered to half-staff to honor the lives of Americans whose communities are mourning their loss. Here are the most recent half-staff memorial flag honors. Flags in Kansas have been lowered to honor the memory of Captain Clay Germany of the Wichita Police Department and Kansas Representative Ron Howard. Flags in Wisconsin have been lowered to honor the memory of U.S. Air Force Airman 2nd Class Edward J. Miller. Flags in Texas have been lowered to honor the memory of Lubbock County Sheriff Sergeant Josh Bartlett. Flags in Minnesota have been lowered to honor the memory of the lives lost to COVID-19. Flags in Wyoming have been lowered to honor the memory of U.S. Air Force First Lieutenant Alva Ray Krogman. Flags in Kentucky have been lowered to honor the memory of State Senator Tom Buford and State Representative John Bam Carney. This week also marks several notable anniversaries. 10 years ago this week, pop star Amy Winehouse died at the age of 27. And 60 years ago this week, baseball legend Ty Cobb died at the age of 74. Actress and dancer Ginger Rogers was born 110 years ago this week. She died in 1995 at the age of 83. And actor and comedian Robin Williams would have celebrated his 70th birthday this week. He died in 2014 at the age of 63. You can read more about the lives of the people featured in this video on Legacy.com. You can also follow Legacy.com on Facebook and subscribe to our channel on YouTube to stay up to date on national news deaths and reactions.